Kicked the mug on my coffee this morning. Morning, everybody. I haven't done one of these in a while. You know how difficult it is to stay positive for a very long time? It's like once you're getting in the routine and you're chugging along like a choo-choo train, and then you think that the momentum is building and it's going to become a habit, and then one thing gets thrown at you, and then another thing gets thrown at you, and then another thing gets thrown at you, and that's just... Then it gets very difficult, and it's like the more you read the Bible and you're getting closer to God, or you think you are, the more all these negative energies are coming and just like throwing these things to distract you. It literally feels like they're putting weight on your shoulders and just holding you down from progressing. As much as you're trying to, you can't. The past few days have really given me the experience and the understanding of that's a real thing, you know, like, and you don't know where to point your finger to because there's nobody's fault, and you feel like it's your own fault, but it's not. But it's just all these, it's the devil coming and just distracting you from continuing on your positive journey. That's what that's what I think it is. No matter what you think in the basis of the story, that's what's going on. So I woke up this morning, I told myself, screw it already, you know, just move on and just try to be positive again. Get back to faking it till you're making it. You know, lately I've been seeing a lot more posts on social media, and I'm sharing this not to grumble and complain or be on my soapbox and be on Mutu, but I'm sharing my story because I feel there's a lot of people out there, yourself included, maybe one who's going through some challenges right now. I'm seeing a lot more posts on social media about suicide and about depression. And I don't have suicidal thoughts, but I definitely go through my bouts of depression. So I can speak from experience of knowing exactly what that feels like. And I know especially, so I'm an introvert. I like to be, I'm a to myself type of person. I have a lot of friends who are introverts, and watching and reading their posts on Facebook saying that you know something's wrong when introverts get annoyed for being stuck indoors for such a long time. That's when the world's going crazy. But I think we're starting to see a lot more things like that. Or at least it's being more vocal and being more visual out there than people keeping it to themselves. So I have a quote I wanted to share to kind of just tangent off of that, because I'm sharing this post, one, to connect and to share with you that you're not alone, because I know in moments of depression you can definitely feel like you're alone. You're not alone. Two is, if I'm sharing this because you may definitely feel connected and relate to it. And three, by telling you to be positive, I have to tell myself to be positive too. So we're all going and getting this circle revolving, get this choo-choo train going again. So my quote from my handy dandy notebook, it goes like this, and it's very relatable. That was not the page I had it on. Rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and which to grow. We always hear, you know, people on the rock bottom, I'm hitting my rock bottom. You know, before, I have friends and relatives in my life that I hope to hit rock bottom, you know, and I don't mean offense to that, but I feel that if you hit your rock bottom, the only place you can go is up. And I think that's what this is exactly talking about, is that especially when our days are dark and we can't feel or we can't see or we have no drive to try and fake it anymore because we're exhausted of being exhausted. I'm tired of being tired. You know, I'm fed up of just not knowing and worrying and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, you know. So you can get to the point where you literally give up, and it's hard to see the positive. But when you push yourself to, at least when you hit your rock bottom, to know that you fell down, but the good news is you literally have a rock to stand back up on. Another quote in here, it says, "You keep standing." I agree with that, but I also feel that if you fall, don't think of that as a failure and then start to be hard on yourself, and then boom, your whole depression bout starts all over again. We need, and myself included, I'm very hard on myself. We need to not be so hard, because when we fall, that's not failure. Falling is learning. A baby falls all the time, trying to learn how to crawl, learn how to stand up, then walk, and then finally be able to run down the street. In his bibbities up on the sidewalk when he's 5 years old and all that kind of stuff, you know. But it starts off with a baby falling, and that's what we're doing. We're falling. So you keep standing, but if you fall, failure comes when you don't get back up again. So every time you fall, that's fine. But if you fail to stand back up and you just give up while you're laying flat on your face on the ground, then that's failure. But keep standing. And if you fall, brush it all off. Brush it off your shoulders, brush off those scratches off your knees, stand back up, put your big bebbities back on, fake it till you make it, and get up. And guess what? When you go back up, you're going closer to God. I'm learning that we can't do this on our own. No matter who your God is, you need to have this spiritual being to help you along your journey. Because the more you do it in yourself, the more you're going to find yourself at rock bottom. I'm learning this. every single day. So I'm sharing that with you on this Aloha Wednesday because it's my beginning of the week and I'm moving on from the past few days of just blech, and we're going to be positive again. Have a great day, everybody. Aloha, ahui ho, and see ya.